Hello guys and welcome to this Q&A. I got a bunch of questions on Instagram and I'm gonna answer them today now. Okay, so let's start off. Let's see. Well, this one is on Swedish, but I'm gonna translate it for you guys so you all can understand. So it says, how is life different today compared to what it was before you got famous? Stressful or less stressful, etc. I wouldn't call myself famous at all, so it's not a difference for me. Like the only time people recognize me, that's at motorcycle fairs, and that doesn't happen too often, so yeah, I wouldn't call myself famous, and therefore no difference. But it's fun that people look up to you. I do really appreciate all the nice messages I get about inspiring people. So that means a lot to me. And yeah, we couldn't skip this question because I get like a bunch of this, even though I keep telling everyone how old I am. The question was, how old are you? I'm 22 and I'm turning 23 in September. How much your motocross? I'm not sure what you mean with that question, to be honest. How much they cost or how many I have no clue. Sorry. What do you think about Indonesian Supermoto? I know the community there is quite big, and I know I have a bunch of followers from there, which is fun. But I don't know, I feel like it's different from here in Europe, like the type of bikes you have. You don't have the same standards for bike here as you have there, and vice versa. I don't know, but it's like a community. It's like a community, I guess. It doesn't matter what bike you have as long as you have fun. And also I've seen there's a lot of girls riding there, which I think is super cool. Okay, so the next one is, how many bikes do you have? Currently I have my KXF 450, which is my Supermoto, the pink one. And then I have my new Supermoto that I'm busy building, which is the KTM 450 XE, the 20. And I have my KXF 250 that I ride like tracks with, dirt pretty much, off-road. And I'm busy building my 125 KX 2-stroke. Was it 4? I think 4. And then I have my mini bike. But I'm actually planning on selling the 450 Supermoto, the KXF, this spring. Have you ever ridden a Harley? I actually haven't, but I would really like to. I think they're badass. I would like to have like a, I don't know what they're called, but like the cut. From Ninos, are you Armenian? I guess that's the proper word on English. I've tried to explain what my ethnicity or whatever that's called is, but I don't find, like, I don't know the proper word to describe it on English, because it's not like from a specific country, it's like a group of people. But I guess you would call it Armenian. Like, that's the closest thing I could think of, at least. That's, hold on, that's the flag, if you can see. Where can I buy legal rims that I can legally buy and register in Germany? And they are cheap. I know that Grizzly Wheels got the certification for his rims now, so, and he makes super cool combos, so I would definitely recommend him. What's your accent about? Where are you from? If you didn't know, I'm from Sweden, and I have a mixed accent. I don't think my accent is only Swedish English, like, I don't know. It's a mix of everything. From places I travel to, then I like catch up on other people's accents. I don't know. What are your goals for your personal life in 2020, which is now? My personal goals is the same as the goals I share with you, because that's what I really like work for and what I want to achieve. And I'll go more deeply into that soon, because I'm sure I'll get a question about my plans for 2020. You are my idol. We follow you in Italy. Thank you, that's so fun to hear. I've noticed I got a lot of followers in Italy, so it would be really nice to maybe do a meetup in Italy. Let me know if you would like that. in the comment section. Can we ride together? From Kenneth. I don't know where you live, but if you're ever here in Sweden nearby, hook me up and we can. I like how you actually have talent. So many girls can't ride a bike to save their life. I don't know what you mean with to save their life. I have no clue what that means, but thank you. And actually, well, I'm not the best out there, like I'm far from the best. There's so many girls that are way better than me, but that's not the point for me to be the best. Well, it would be nice too, but still, like, I enjoy my riding and I think it's fun to progress. And if you think it's fun, then obviously you will get better. Compared to if you just do it for getting like attention, then you will probably not progress as much, because then the reason for you riding is not the right reason, in my opinion. What bike recommend of Suzuki do you like? I'm not sure. It depends on like if you're looking for a motocross bike or a street bike. And if it's a motocross bike, then there's not too many options. So that's a weird question. Or it's not a weird question, but I don't have a good answer for it. Sorry. What does the number 814 mean to you? To be honest, well, the reason I got it from the first place was because I played soccer when I was probably like 8 something. And I think I had 14. yeah, I had 14 like on my shirt or my jersey. That was my number. And 8 was always my lucky number, so I just combined those. And I did that when I started riding, which was when I was 16, so there is not really a cool story behind it. Sorry. Have you ever been to Greece? I have, when I was maybe 13, I think, with my family for vacation. They have really nice food. Come ride in Amsterdam. I'm sure I'll do that this summer, probably. What's the best ride you have ever been on? That's a super hard, probably the hardest question. Because sometimes I can like enjoy just going riding all alone, like discovering places and like clearing my mind. To me, that can be like super helpful and peaceful. But at the same time, for like, if you compare that to when you ride in another country with like a cool landscape, then I would probably say, it's hard. Maybe either like my last ride in the US, in Arizona, that was so cool. Like in the desert, and there was cactuses everywhere, and you were up on a hill. That was pretty cool. And also when I was in Dubai riding in the desert, like in the middle of nowhere, we were just going like hours and hours, and I had no clue where I was, which was also a pretty cool feeling. What do you love about riding your Supermoto? What do I love about it? That you forget about, well, it's not just my Supermoto, it's, or maybe it is just my Supermoto, because I was gonna say when I ride, I normally just forget about everything and can relax, but that's not true, because when I ride on a motocross track, for example, I'm so focused, and not always like in a good way. I put too much pressure on myself, so that can also be bad, but I don't tend to do that often when I ride my Supermoto, so I guess that's like the feeling of just feeling relaxed and forgetting about all the issues is good with the Supermoto riding. But obviously I have times when I do put pressure on myself when I learn something new on the Supermoto as well. Not a question, but I think you're awesome. Thank you. Are you Turkish? No, I get this question a lot. I'm not. How did you start motocross? Do you mean motocross specific, or do you mean riding? I have no clue, because if you mean riding, then I started when I was 16, got myself a 125. I got 3 jobs at the same time trying to get money to be able to buy one, and I did later on. It took me a while, but I managed to save up some money and I got myself the 125, and I got invited to ride with a group of riders, like Supermoto riders in Stockholm, and they did wheelies, and yeah, I wanted to as well, and therefrom like it all started. I got bored of the power of the 125, like riding a Supermoto, pretty quickly, so I got myself a 450. And if you mean motocross, then after riding Supermoto for a while, I thought it would be fun to try riding some off-road as well, and I got myself a 250. No, I'm lying. I got myself a Honda 150 to start off with, and yeah, just like I was so shit, like I couldn't even go straight in the sand. But I started from like just riding in the woods and with friends and trying to get forward, and from there like I changed the 150 for a 250 instead, and then I started riding tracks as well. I asked if you're gonna make a Europe tour because there are so many fans except me. By the way, hello from, I don't know where, hold on. I don't know, can you see where that flag is? I don't know what country that is. It's white, red, and blue. Okay, so I know I said I was gonna do a Europe tour last year, but there was stuff getting in the way, so we ended up not being able to do it. But I'm planning on doing one this year, but to be able to do that, I would need to plan like the route on where to make the stops. And it would help me a lot if you guys told me like locations and what cities to make a stop at, and if there's any good riding places nearby, like if it's motocross, if it's supermoto, if there's a stunt spot, etc. So yeah, it would be cool, and like I'll try to do my best to go to the cities where I have most followers from, so maybe we can do like a small meetup at each city if you want to. When do you travel to Switzerland? Well, that would probably be in the Europe tour. There's a lot of nice comments, like not questions, and thank you to all of those. I'm not gonna read every single one of them, but thank you, it means a lot to me, makes me happy. Any new videos coming? Love your work, plus you're beautiful. Thank you. I'm planning on doing like a documentary. I just don't know when that will be finished, but that's like the main focus right now, that I want to make that video, and I have like everything figured out in my head, and now it's just time to make it happen. And hopefully like the weather clears up as well, because it's super shitty right now. But anyways, that video is gonna explain a lot to you guys, and it's gonna be me telling you stuff that you never thought of or knew. So I know I've been like taking a break from social media for a while. This video will explain why, pretty much. How's your mental health? It's good. It's been bad, but it's getting better now. Like, we all have our periods, and for me now, I feel like I have so much energy, and I want to start like finally be able to do stuff again, and I will, and I'm sure you will like notice the difference pretty soon. What do you like the most, enduro or motocross? You are the queen of riding dirt bikes. I would say I prefer motocross. When do you come to Germany next time? As soon as I know when I'm planning the Europe tour. Will you ever come to Norway? I've been saying this for a long time now. Well, not for a long time, like half a year maybe, that I want to go there because I think it's super cool, especially like up in the mountains, because it's so close to Sweden, but at the same time the landscape is completely different as soon as you go north, and I want to experience that. Where have you bought that hoodie? If you mean the hoodie I had like when I said the Q&A thing, then it's my own merch, and you can get it by sending me an email or a DM. DM would probably be easier for you. How does someone afford all of this? And I know it may seem like I have tons of stuff, but it's stuff that I've collected like over time. It's not like I just go into a store and I'd be like, oh, one of those and one of those. It's stuff that took me a couple of years to be able to afford, and I sell one thing and then I'm able to get another one, pretty much. So yeah, and maybe it's not necessary to have 5 bikes, but I'm gonna sell the pink Supermoto, and then that would leave me with money to do something else. So, but like the main answer to that question is priorities. I know a lot of people ask me about like, how do you afford stuff? I focus on what I want to do, and I don't go waste my money on like going out, partying, drinking, and yeah, I know what I want to do, and that's where I put my money towards. And then I keep saving money by not spending a lot of money on getting clothes and blah blah blah. 2-stroke or 4-stroke Supermoto? I think 2-strokes are so cool, but probably not for Supermoto riding. But like on a dirt track, I think I will enjoy my 125 a lot. How many tattoos and piercings do you have? I just have one piercing for now, and that's my belly button. I did have one in my nose like long ago when I was 14, but I don't have that still. And my tattoos, I have no clue how many it is, but it's my arm, pretty much all the way around. And then I have the one on my chest here saying, living that motor life. Why your smile is damn cute. This is a Swedish one that I'm gonna translate. If you're gonna ride a sport bike, which one would you choose? Depends on like just cruising on the street or if you're gonna ride tracks. I don't know. I think the BMW S1000RR is really, really nice. I've been liking those since I was 17 probably. How booking your program in India? I don't know what you mean with that, but if you mean like a show, then send me an email and I'll get back to you. How had you started the stunt riding? I did get into that a little bit before about me getting the 125, and then I saw other guys doing the wheelies and I was like, why the fuck wouldn't I be able to do a wheelie? And I started practicing and I was so shit, and I posted that on my Instagram, which was my just my private Instagram. Like there was no intention to grow big on social media, and then it did all of a sudden. I don't know why. I think it was like by the time I posted the high heels something video. I'm not sure. Maybe before that. I think it was before that it started growing. Anyways, people started commenting I was so shit at doing wheelies, which I was, and I took that. And also like girls shouldn't be able to do that, and girls should not like do mechanical works, like working on your bike. And they told me to go back to the kitchen and you name it. And by that time, when I started like doing the wheelies on Supermotos, there was no girls like doing it on Supermotos that was like showing up on social media. I'm sure there's probably some girl somewhere riding, but like it wasn't a big thing on social media as it is today. But I just did it for myself and I thought it was fun. And also when people started giving me all those negative comments and the hate, I wanted to prove them wrong, and I did by practicing hard. And now to all those people that said I was shit, I'm way better than you today, so What is going on with your eyebrows? What do you mean what's going on? I really like my eyebrows and they are on fleek. What do you think about the new KTM TPI lineup? Will you ever get one? What's your thought? I think it's really cool that they started with fuel injection on 2-strokes. I do really think that's cool, and it's a huge progress like in the bike industry. I haven't ridden one, so I can't say too much about it, but yeah, I don't know. I like more pictures with your friendship. Yeah, I can do that. He's busy sleeping now in the back. What size is your bike? Well, I have everything from 125 to a 250 and a 450. So how long did it take to get a wheelie? It took me probably like 1.5 season before I could like control it and slow it down. Doing power wheelies, it was just like a few weeks of training, but like actually like getting that rear brake and slowing it down took me a bit longer. When did you start riding? When I was 16. I keep saying like I started just like I've been riding for 2-3 years, but now it's actually like 6 years? No, it can't be. What do you do for work? I work on my social media. I do everything from sponsored posts to shows to just like making videos, traveling, working on bikes as well. I don't know, there's a lot. But everything that has to do with bikes and social media pretty much. What is your height? I'm 163 centimeters. What's the upkeep of having so many bikes? Do you fix them by yourself? I do fix them by myself. I think it's fun to work on bikes, and also I don't trust anyone else with my bikes. Have your plans for 2020? I have big plans, and as I mentioned, I'm gonna do that video that explains everything, and from that I'm just gonna go forward and do all the stuff that I wasn't able to do because of some private things in 2019. So I'm super stoked on finally being back like 100% and feeling that I'm able to do all I want to do now. Can you say something in Spanish? I'm not gonna say that. Okay, hold on. Hola, me llamo Sara. Miyama, probably Yama, because I'm a girl. Hold on. Hi sir, what are you doing for a living? I want to live like you. I did mention what I do for a living, but people seem to think it's just like so easy and all I have to do is just like have fun and ride and blah blah blah. But people don't realize how much work there is actually behind just doing one video, for example. Like, not just that, all the companies you need to keep in contact with and all the work that's behind that and stuff that don't show on camera, and what I do like when I don't film or don't post. It's not just that simple to get it going, and also you must be able to be comfortable with not having a specific salary coming into you every month, because some months maybe you don't get paid really good and some months you do. So it's like taking a big risk if you want to be able to do it. But for me it's worth it, and I'll do it as long as I can. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday. That's pretty much all the questions I'll have for now. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you feel like I didn't reply to your question, make sure to comment it below and I'll do my best to reply. Yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!